Alright, guys. So I think I don't know how good the audio is. So, but let's say I just checked it and it seemed okay. So I'll try to make it alright sounding, keeping the mic not too close. Yeah, yeah. So, so I'm starting this channel today or whatever you wanna call it. I don't know. Just like more like a place where I can vent out all my thoughts, all the soup I have in my mind for about all the philosophical thoughts about existence and all that, what's the whole point and the meaning and the purpose of the life, and then everyday frustrations and how I cope with stuff, and a lot of musings I have about the current affairs going on in the world, and you know my thoughts on things like the current state of education and the globalization, and the new cultures emerging on internet through communities, and how learning is new different and all that. So it's gonna be quite broad, I guess, but I want to keep it more like that, not having to set already limits to for where my thoughts can go in this. So my thoughts will be, it can vary from uh, you know one in different times, different days. It could be something different. So yeah. Yeah. So today I just want to talk about, you know uh, for the last 2 weeks I've been thinking so much about this stuff, existence, and chasing. It's not just last 2 weeks, but yeah, it's been going like forever, since since I was like, I don't know, 10 years old or something, when I started to make sense of stuff around me, and start questioning stuff. So that's that. And yeah, so but yeah, in the last few weeks it has like there have been many instances where it has been so intense, thinking about this stuff and figuring out and trying to reach to the point where where we can find some solution or something. What's the point of all the things we are doing? And I have this like simple chain of questioning, where I ask why do we do what we do, or why someone else does what he or she does, and then you follow along with, okay, he's doing that to get that, and why does he want to get that? He wants to get that to get that and that, and in the end we're all like trying to find happiness or peace or whatever, pleasure, convenience, whatever way you want to describe it. It's just, survival and pleasure, just, you know, have more convenient survival. Or, yeah, that's it. But there's no point to it. It's just, I guess that's the base. If you survive good or bad, wherever, but after survival is where you get some meaning, some purpose about stuff, where you feel okay, whatever you're doing, you feel fulfilled, your days are fulfilled, and so that's what keeps gnawing, nubbing me in my head and inside me also. So yeah, so like yeah, okay. So let's talk about Camus. Camus, Albert Camus. So this French guy, philosopher. He he reached to this point that there's no fucking meaning like other existentialists. But yeah, so what's the difference between existentialist and nihilist who say there's no meaning at all? Existentialists say, okay, there could be meaning either in God or your work or love or whatever. You can find meaning. I agree with that also. Like you can find meaning, but there's no inherent meaning really at life, and we are just like a speck of dust in big big universe, and like in that a small blue marble is where all the humanity is staying on. And yeah, in the universe we are like, even in our galaxy, even in our solar system, we're nothing. And even on the timeline, our lives are so small. But yeah, in different scale it feels different. So even if inherently or in absolute terms there's no real meaning or purpose or point of any of this. It's just like we are just there, we are existing, and nobody knows what's the point. We're just trying to like follow our instincts which are given to us genetically. That try to survive, try to indulge to our senses, more pleasure, and yeah, and then whatever we see in our environment around, we're just copying some of them. Whatever we agree with, we don't agree with some of the models. We do agree. So yeah, yeah, but there's this sense of there's even if we know all of that, and even if we know that there's no meaning and all that, we are conscious, so we know that. And we also know that just survival is just physical satisfaction of our senses. But still there is something more than more than the physical survival, and we can't stay away from them. That's why everybody, like humanity, is asking, have been asking for or looking for meaning or purpose in life for so long, since I don't know, all the time. We did it with religion, and now after so long, and yeah, now more and more people, we're seeing very religion is going downhill, but has gone downhill in last 50 years something. After we are more going into science and everything, now we need something else to look for meaning. And yeah, so everybody has to find their own meaning. I found in love, and some people find in work. I also, yeah, even really good work or a hobby can give you meaning as well. Some people find it in their family connections. Someone in their kids, they will do everything about their kids, and that gives meaning to them. Yeah, for someone it's religion. Yeah, so that's that. But yeah, but yeah, if we know that all that is just like something we tell ourselves, that that's temporary, that comes in our mind and goes away in the same way, that's temporary. Yeah, so Camus said, uh, even Camus said that, uh, even Camus said, okay, I'm losing my train of thought here. Okay, so yeah, what I was saying before was that Camus, being an absurdist or following absurdism, the whole thing was like he wasn't sure as much as he wasn't comfortable in saying, okay, I'm sure like a nihilist that there is no meaning at all that. Similar to we don't know if there is a God or not, and same, and if there is one or there is meaning in it, and we don't know because we don't know. There's nothing we just don't know, and so we can't even say no to it. Some nihilists say, okay, there is no meaning because we can't find any. Same way we can't find any god, and so that they're okay. None of them are wrong in any way. I kind of incline towards more the way towards Camus, the way, yeah. So my position is more like that, we don't know things. We don't know if there is God, and we don't know if there is no God either. So we can't say neither of that, surely. And don't know, man. Yeah. So yeah, what Camus suggested in this kind of dilemma or whatever mess we are in is to try to, yeah, what he said was that, okay, there are three options between us, in front of us. One is to just suicide, there's no point of it, so just suicide. One is one is to find meaning, like existentialist in religion and in something or something. Just tell yourself, okay, whatever you are enjoying, or you find some and say that's the meaning of, that's the purpose, that's the existence. That religion or that kid or that job or that hobby or that whatever. And the third option is to, but yeah, he called the second one as escaping. That's more like escaping from the reality or real existential whatever we have in front of us. And yeah, escaping to just tell ourselves things we like to hear, even if that's like distraction. So that's one strategy to deal with it. Another is to just die. And the third one he said is, okay, so we have to confront it the way it is. We can't escape. We have to accept there is this absurdity, or this absurdity means that we all try to find meaning. Humanity is trying to find meaning all the time, and there is no meaning, at least what we found and all that. So just this absurdity, or this point, this confrontation where two things don't match at all, and this puts in question our complete existence, and puts that it's meaningless or pointless. But yeah, so how do we deal with this absurd situation? Uh, so yeah, what he said is, okay, we can't escape just by fooling ourselves with something that this has meaning and all that, like he said for religion. And we can't, he said suiciding ourselves is similar to kind of abandoning, or more like his words were, you are negating the problem, or yeah, refusing the problem or something. Yeah, so he said that's like, leaving the ground, and that's not solving or confronting. So we have to confront, like a real man has to confront something like that. And for confronting, he gave the example of this guy, Sisyphus. If you have heard this Greek king, he was punished as he was like a very crafty king or someone, or cunning or someone like that, and he was punished by gods, or I don't know, the courts guys or someone, that he will be pushing the boulder, a rock, on towards the top of the hill all the time, and every time he does that, he goes from the bottom to the top. It automatically comes down, and he has to continue doing that. So yeah, just to illustrate the point that meaninglessness or pointlessness of the the whole existence, human existence and our lives, are like that. We do from here to here, but it doesn't really take us anywhere. It is just like, you eat, you enjoy things, and that's it. You go. So what the yeah, whatever you do, it's like there's a beginning, there's a middle, and the end, and it continues. It's like a loop, and there's nothing wherever you started, and at the end there's not really much real difference except whatever you think about it, and that's it. So yeah, so what he said, like, we should we should not think of that guy as someone who is suffering from that. Okay, maybe he's suffering, but he is confronting that, and we should imagine that that guy is enjoying, or if not enjoying, at least putting all he has into that without knowing any that this is going anywhere any further. But he is at least confronting the situation, the absurd, and by confronting, he's a hero, kind of a hero, that yeah, absurd hero, or hero for the absurd, that, or hero for the existence, just that confronting this banality or this mundaneness or pointlessness of existence, just by doing that thing again and again. Every time he goes up and it goes down, then he comes back and he takes it up again to the hill. And yeah, so yeah, that's that's what he said, like that's what his suggestion was. I don't know if yeah, I don't know what is the best way to deal, because nobody knows, yeah, but this is one way, as he suggested. Some, yeah, so the three ways we found was existentialist. They try to find meaning into things, even if there is not real meaning. It could be meaning for you for a while, for that time, or whatever. For for nihilists, there's no point in living anything, or I don't know, just going into depression. To that doesn't seem like appealing option for me. Yeah, that's just useless. And yeah, for Camus, he said you can be a hero, absurd hero, by just confronting this absurdism or this absurd situation, knowing about it, being aware about it. But we don't know, so we should just not go in any either of the extreme, or yeah, and just enjoy this pushing the rock up the hill, or at least try to enjoy, or at least try to do it as best as we can in the way we can, because that's all there is in our hands. And so that in itself, he said, is like being a rebel or revolting, that you are not running away from the situation by this absurd existence we are in. You are confronting it. You're neither escaping it or running away from it or leaving it. You're confronting it, and that itself is kind of heroism of that existence. So yeah, that's Camus. And yeah, so don't know. That makes sense to me. Yeah, don't know. Makes sense to me more than the other stuff, other possible way to deal with stuff like religion, and just not locking yourself into one possible way of interpreting things. It can be many ways, so we can be open for different things. What do you guys think? So yeah, all right. So yeah, so that's I have a lot of thoughts, but I'll try to go one by one in this. Try to keep them less random, and try to kind of organize them, or try to kind of group them or cluster them in the similar ones of them. And yeah, I think it will be better after I do a couple of these. So for now, yeah, for now, I yeah, sorry about it if it sounds like a soup of thoughts, because it is like that. It is that for now. But yeah, I think when I do more couple of these, and it will start having the kind of flow or structure or something automatically. And yeah, but yeah, in this way I don't want to, because when I limit myself, it just limit everything, and then you start judging everything and compare things, or try to, okay, is this good or not. But I want it to be free flowing and all that. So so in the beginning it might be a bit less organized and a bit more random, but I think it will get better within the next one or two. Yeah, so okay guys, so I think it's that's my rant for now. And yeah, I'll keep doing more of these soon, so you can check out more. Soon means like every day. every day. It could be multiple a day as well. So yeah. All right. Ciao. Have a good